want to take a picture of you here? I know, right?
You tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, you guys were really best group ever too.
That's right.
That's how it works. I love it. It's great.
Okay, Carla, it's 12:59, so we'll be on time. How about that?
All right, well, thank you everyone for joining us for today's press conference on Halloween in the D. It's that time again. As we begin today's conversation, I'd like to introduce to you our Deputy Mayor, Todd Bettison, to welcome us for today's conversation. Deputy Mayor?
Well, thank you so much. So it's that time of year again in the city of Detroit that we call Halloween in the D, where all of our groups come together so that we can celebrate our children. And this year, we're going to make sure that it's bigger and better than ever. Halloween in the D started back in 2018 where, we put to bed the Angels Night, and we just want to have an opportunity where our kids, the young folks today, can just really remember coming out and enjoying the festivities of Halloween. And so there'll be trick-or-treating and trunk-or-treating as we do it in the city of Detroit at our police precincts, at some of our fire locations, and we'll go more into the details. But this is really a special time, and Mayor Mike Duggan has said that he wants this just to be an opportunity for families and a community to just come together, wrap their arms around our youth, and that they have a safe place for families. And behind me also, we have various community volunteers, our citizens on patrol, Warrendale, we have Grandmont 8, and we have 33 radio patrols within the city of Detroit that really goes out and volunteers and is a part of the festivities. And we have other festivities as well that we'll be having at our various recreation centers. And so with that, I just want to welcome everybody, because Halloween in the D is for our kids, it's to celebrate, and I just want to thank our sponsors as well who donate to this wonderful event, because without them, we couldn't do it. And also representing the the collaborative partnership, I want to give a big shout out to Ray Solomon and the district managers, the Dons, and with our city council as well. And at this particular point in time, I would love to bring up to give a few remarks our council president, Mary Sheffield, Detroit City Council, who always supports Halloween in the D. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry I was a little late, but perfect timing. Good afternoon, everyone. Want to first thank the Department of Neighborhoods, our Deputy Mayor, the Detroit Police Department, our fire department, and all of the neighborhood organizations that have made this such a success. We went from Devil's Night to Angels Night to Halloween in the D. We have made tremendous progress in this city as it relates to how we celebrate Halloween. Back in the 80s, I think we had over 800 arsons, and now to date, that has drastically decreased. And I think primarily it's in part to two things. Number one, we as a city have been investing in our neighborhoods. We have been investing in our people. And we have directed resources to those things, and I think that is very important. Homes are being demolished, homes are being renovated, spaces are being activated, and because of that now, we have less arsons and negative activities that are happening within our communities. And then secondly, I think it's important to recognize the neighborhood organizations and leaders who over the years have come together and band together to say that we're not going to allow this in our communities. I would never forget the years that I used to go over to Bettison and get my patrol light and patrol with our neighborhood block clubs over the years to make sure that we are taking back our communities and our neighborhoods. And so shout out to everyone who has really contributed to where we are today. We have turned a time that was very dark in our past to a time of celebration. And so I'm just looking forward to all of the amazing activities that are going to take place throughout the city of Detroit. I want to encourage our families and our young people to get involved, to connect to a lot of the opportunities that are here, and for organizations to step up. I know we still need sponsorships and individuals to contribute to making sure that this is a success. Lastly, I will say that District 5, we will be at the Bettison Family Center on Kercheval. Shout out to District 5. Our office will be actively involved. We'll have a table, we'll have candy, we'll have all types of things for the kids. So make sure if you're a District 5 resident, come on over to Bettison on the east side of District 5. With that being said, everyone stay safe. And I'm just excited that we are here at this point of celebrating Halloween and having a safe and family fun time for our kids. Thank you so much.
And next, we will have, oh, I'm so sorry about that. It's my turn now. So, I started off by saying it's Halloween in the D, and you've heard everything. You've heard all the excitement, our sponsorships, how block clubs have come together, how we've moved from where we were to now where we are. And so as we talk about activities that are going to be going on, I want you to understand that Halloween in the D is not going to just be on Monday, October the 31st. Halloween in the D is going to be an experience. It's already started out with our radio patrol, with our Blight Fright, and then it's going to move with GSD, and then with our recreation centers, our precincts, and our one fire engine house per district. So to talk a little bit more, I'd like to bring up Mr. Ricardo Marble, Assistant Director with Parks and Recreation.
Thank you, Carla. Again, my name is Ricardo Marble, Assistant Director of Recreation, and we are excited that you are here at Adams Bettison. I want to thank everyone for coming out. I don't know if you guys noticed my three cousins standing behind you all, but they are closely related, and we're glad they're here as well. I wanted to thank the Mayor's Office for for allowing us to get back to Halloween in the D. A couple of years ago, Halloween in the D got started, and because of COVID, we were unable to continue, and so we did some things a little bit differently. But now we're back to Halloween in the D the way it was meant to be. So all of our rec centers will be open. All 9 that are currently open will be open. We'll have a number of activities. We'll have programming as well as candy for the kids and adults, because I'll be there getting candy as well. But we're really excited about the opportunity to get Halloween and the D back on board for our kids in our city. Parks and Rec will have significant level of programming that we will highlight at our rec centers being back open. We will have Fall Fest at Pringy Park starting on Saturday, October 29th, and we'll also have Scare Fest on Sunday, October 30th, going into Halloween, where all of our rec centers will have programming and activities for all of the kids. So we're really excited. We hope to see you all there, and we look forward to having fun on Halloween night. Thank you.
And next, we'd like to bring up our fire commissioner to talk about candy distribution that's going to be at the one fire engine house in each district.
Good afternoon. So first of all, I want to say this is extremely special to the fire department. Like Council President Sheffield stated earlier, we can remember the 80s, we can remember the 90s, and just the transformation from Devil's Night to Angel's Night to Halloween in the D is just awesome. So saying that this is just one of the favorite events and community engagement things that we can do every year. And I'm gonna start off by just saying that the fire station that will be distributing candy will be in District 1, Engine 53, on Finkel and Greenfield. In District 2, Engine 30, on Myers and Florence. In District 3, Engine 56, on Ryan Road and Hilldale. In District 4, Engine 41, on East Warren and Rones. And I'm sorry, in District 4, Engine 58 on Whittier and Lake Point, I'm sorry. In District 5, Engine 41, East Warren and Rones. In District 6, Engine 48 on South 4th Street and Downing. And in District 7, Engine 42 on West Chicago and Livernois. So once again, thanks so much. The fire department is extremely, extremely excited about this event. And we're committed to make sure this event is a safe and fun event for our children of Detroit. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I also want to remind you it's Fire Safety Month, right? So you also can reach out. District 1, District 6, a few other districts are having events that are teaching kids how to be safe, especially if something happens in that house. So just be everybody aware of fire safety as we move into this fun time period. I now want to bring up, to talk about our police precincts, 2nd Deputy Chief Hope.
Thank you, everybody. I have the pleasure of standing in for our chief who brings his greetings to you and a quick message here. So I want to start out by saying, I want to first thank the mayor, the Detroit Police Department, our city and community leaders for the continued participation with Halloween in the D. I truly believe our ongoing partnership has been the key to the turnaround for the city of Detroit and for our future successes. This is certainly an exciting day. Halloween marks another year where our families and our communities can get together for a lot of fun and activities. Certainly, our first priority, though, is definitely our families and our children, working collectively and strategically as a community to ensure our personal safety. Halloween in the D is all about, again, all about our children and the community. Detroit, we are going to make it a safe place for you. This year, all of our precincts will be participating in a trunk or treat. This is where all the scout cars that we have available will be decorated, candy will be filled in them, and we're asking that you come and join us too. Join your local precinct, decorate that car, and bring that candy on in. You can pre-register with our neighborhood police officers right at your local precinct. Number 9 is the precinct, however, who will do just a little modification to the trunk or treat due to the renovations in the parking lot. So we ask you to support number 9 as well. Just a little different, but I guarantee you there'll be candy there for you. In addition to that, I just want to share some quick safety tips for you, for our listening audience. Trick or treat. Treaters should wear bright and reflective clothing. Stay within familiar areas and surroundings. Parents should establish a route for your children. Stay on the sidewalks. Cross at the corner and do not cross in the middle of the street or in between cars. Pay attention to your surroundings and remain alert to any suspicious activity. Make sure that your parents are responsible adults are checking the candy very thoroughly. Touch on how motorists should be aware of children. Slow down and don't drive distracted. We also have curfew hours. Our regular curfew hours would be in effect on Halloween. Children should be accompanied by an adult. Curfew for 15 years and older and under is 8 p.m. 16 and 17-year-olds, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Children who are picked up for a curfew violation will be at the precinct of occurrence. Halloween in the D, you guys. Yet another great example of how the police and our communities work together. Thank you. Happy Halloween in the D.
Let me have this bottom page, please. Thank you. Okay, Detroit, so you've heard it. Halloween in the D. From beginning with our blight drive, now moving, and you just heard, 1 fire engine house per district will be at all precincts. The recreation centers are going to be busy. They're going to be having in-person activities, carnival games, festive activities. Don't forget that on the 29th and on the 30th, you have an opportunity to bring your family out to participate in either Pingree Park and those activities or at Palmer Park. So we want you to plan ahead. Start thinking now how you can really engage your family in Halloween in the D. Next, I'd like to bring up a community member, Ms. Jenkins, to talk about the community's perspective and how the community can get engaged to make this a wonderful activity and a wonderful experience for all of us. Ms. Jenkins?
First, I'd just like to say thank you to all of our officials, our district managers, our police department, fire department, because without you, none of this would be possible. In my community, we are constantly trying to engage all of our neighbors to do a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way. And you don't realize that once you do that little bit, it expands and word of mouth travels so that others want to contribute and be a part of what is going on in Detroit. So me, myself personally, all of my young people are older people. So therefore, I still feel a responsibility to the kids in my community, to the schools. And so therefore, I make an effort to always try to donate or volunteer for any event that's coming up involving the children. I appreciate everything that's being done in Detroit currently. So I'm on board for any new events and adventures that we have coming forward. Thank you.
So much like Ms. Jenkins and her community, I want to encourage block club captains, leaders, block persons who just moved on the block. If you would like to participate, please fill your trunk up. If you have a couple cars on your street that would like to participate, that's great. Have everybody bring the candy to one location. Make sure that you have your candy in your trunk and your trunk is decorated. And then you can celebrate your block or your community group at your precinct by simply lifting that trunk and decorating. So collect, and then come on and participate with us. Next, I'd like to bring up our title sponsor, and I'm a little tongue-tied because, you can't do this without people committing to what you're committing to. And what we're taking on is an experience, as I said, for the city of Detroit. This is not just one drop. This is something that a family can plan for children, for adults, for everyone. When we're talking about activities at Pingree Park, we're talking about tailgating, because you know the big game is coming up. We're talking about hay rides. Palmer Park, we're talking about dog parades, and we're talking about apple biting contests. So everything that you ever thought about, the smells of the fall, that's what we're doing, and we're going to be able to do this because of partners like Huntington. I would like to bring up Latrice McClendon, Community President for Detroit, in representation of Huntington Bank's commitment. Latrice?
Thank you, and my name is Latrice McClendon. I'm representing Huntington Bank today. I am the Community President and Market Executive for Huntington Bank Detroit. We are so proud to be a sponsor of Halloween in the D, mostly because, we're excited to support our children and families, and we are excited that the city of Detroit and the leadership of Detroit thought it important to have safe activations for our children as they celebrate Halloween. And so we are committed in our neighborhoods as a strategic neighborhood fund partner, as well as recently we've done some things downtown. But I just want to stress how important it is for us to support our neighborhoods, our children in neighborhoods, our families in neighborhoods. So thank you for the opportunity to be a great sponsor, and we're looking forward to next year already. Thank you.
Okay, Detroit, so it's been a great day. Like, we've given you the information. Now we need you to participate. We need you to put it on the schedule for your families. We need you to make sure that you're at the events at Pingree Park. Those are starting at 12. Make sure you're at the activities that are at Palmer Park. Those are in the evening. They start at 4. They'll have an adult masquerade. Everything takes planning. And then we want you to plan a safe passage for your children on Monday, whether you participate in the recreation centers or you decide to go to the precincts. If you decide to choose one fire engine house in each district to participate, make sure you do something for Halloween in the D. If you decorate, go ahead and spend a couple dollars and decorate. Like, let's make this a full experience for the month of October. This concludes our press conference, but we would like to take any questions if there are any today. Yes, sir.
Could you just say and spell your first and last name?
Yes, my name is Carla, K-A-R-L-A. Last name Williamson, W-I-L-L-I-A-M-S-O-N. Any additional questions? Thank you all for coming today. Have a good day.